Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's work in progress number 3 on the Khalgrim Bust. I've put the torso on here just for something for the camera to have a look at, because you've seen all this before, but just in case somebody's stumbling through a video that I've put up, here we go. The fur isn't primed, well, it's been primed, but it's greyish and white and that put in there, but I'm not happy with that, as I've said on a previous work in progress, and that will probably change colour, I think. You know what it's like, you just get led by the brush and the paint at the end of the day. So yeah, that's the torso. This is the axe I've been working on. I'm still no good at non-metallic metal particularly. I keep trying, and that's the only way you'll push yourself forward. This, let me get my pointy stick, it's easier. The brass work on here will be brought up a touch yet. I was only working on it the other day and put a few layers on. What I'm trying to do is show different colours of bright work, as I call it. So you've got that more yellowy look on the torso itself. The shield's got a slightly darker look to it, and obviously this guy here is going to have more of a darker look to it, because the axe itself's more dingy. I don't know, I'm taking it away from the light now, hang on. Actually, rather than bring the axe to the camera, why don't I just actually use the camera so yeah, I've tried to put some greens in here to emulate the green on this. This has got to be brought up very slightly, not overly blingy, if I can recall the bust itself, the artwork. As you guys know, I'm doing totally different. In fact, actually, again, for anybody that isn't seen these videos before, hang on a second, let's go back. This bust is from scale 75, by the way. That's the artwork on the, obviously done by a person who knows a lot more about brushwork than I do. As I say, I'm a commissioned war games painter who just loves large-scale figures, and I'm trying to obviously push my skills in that direction as well now. So there's going to be a lot of falling down flat on my face before I ever reach any level that I'm happy with. But I wanted to go with green. Yes, green is not the first thing that comes into your mind with a dwarf's armour, but I just wanted to do my own thing. It's fantasy at the end of the day, so why can't we go with what we think? So, you know, you could leave this lattice work metal, metal colour. You could leave it, gold, brass, whatever you want to call it. But the other side, very dark, because at the moment, as far as I'm aware, that's actually going to be completely in shadow. That you'll see with these bits and pieces, until I dry fit them, I'm going off the artwork on the box, what can be seen and what can't. So it really is a case of once I've got it to a certain level, dry fitting everything so I can see where the shadows are and things like that a bit better. So that's my axe. Probably I'm going to try and work on that a lot more yet. As I say, I'm not happy with it. There is a cut-off period, how far how much you can throw in, but at the moment I'd still like to work on that a bit better. So that's that guy. This is the shield. Here we go, one shield. I've tried to go for like a metal-y type effect. It needs cleaning up still. There's bits of paint splodges that have gone over and things that obviously need tidying up. The brass, let me just see where I am. That's it. That top bit with a bit of paint on it that'll be the top of the shield. So the shield will sit in that direction, slightly, by the look at the artwork, slightly tilted up on his back. I've struggled with this as well. I didn't want to make the brass work too light, because it's the light's hitting his face and not the back particularly. I've not done like a halo effect of light all the way around it. These ones are still going to be worked on a bit more yet, but as I say, I just thought, no, enough's enough for now. Let's see what it looks like when it's actually dry fitted to the figure. Obviously the lights here are making it look more like an emerald greeny look. It is a bit more desaturated than that. Probably better this side here. It is desaturated to a greater degree all the way around. The lights seem to be throwing it off a bit. The back is really plain. I still have to work on that. There's a big lump there that I just got. There was so much sanding on this. When you're sanding resin, it's not a nice thing, and there was a heck of a lot of sanding I had to do on it. And that piece is going to be stuck right behind his back. You'll never see it. So I just left that as that. So that's the shield. And then I've been working on the face last night. Let's have a look at the face. Not tons of work on it yet, but you see I put some shadows in there early on. The way I've been doing it is following people's things online and that. What I do is I put, well, myself personally anyway, I put the base layer of flesh over. This took about 4 coats because I thinned it down quite a lot. So I put about 4 coats of base flesh on. Then I put my highlights in, extreme highlights almost, so that where you think the light's going to be hitting, so lighted up areas. And then I put the shadow work in. The shadows were a lot darker than that, and I've gone over them, glazing in some of the mid-tones in there. So that's talking in gobbledygook. Your mid-tones, if you don't know, is you'll have your extremes of your extreme highlight, your extreme shade, and then you'll mix other colours in, and to bring them all together. If that makes sense. I've marked out. Yeah, but I can see it on here. I don't think I can get you guys to see it. Hang on, let's see if we can get in. No, it's not really showing up. There's I've marked in a scar there. Where is it? You can hardly even see it on here. Yeah, there. Very fine line. That's going to be a scar. Now this guy, the artist himself, has done like tattoos on at least the one side of the face. This side. I'm still trying to pluck up courage. Do I do a tattoo or not? We shall see. But yeah, so this is the face. That's as far as he's gone. I just put a bit of the lip isn't formed anyway. That was just a bit of spare paint. I just wanted to see where the lip would go, and I've got to obviously fill in darker areas here. So yeah, that's Khalgrim's face. Let's put him there so that the camera can pick up on that as a last thing. So yeah, the face itself, I've still got to do a lot more work to it yet. It's obviously the eyes for one, but it's got a lot more work involved in it yet. So it's still looking fairly chalky. It's got to blend it in more, and I've got to put more highlights in. I want to put a couple of blemishes on the skin and things like that. Sound as if I know what I'm talking about, but yeah, so I'm going to put a couple of little spots in there and things like that. So guys, thank you very much. I know I'm waffling on now. I do like my figure painting, so it does make me waffle a bit. Guys, I hope everything's going well with you. I hope at some stage some of you guys might decide to try and pick up a larger scale figure, 54mm, 74mm, 90mm, these busts. You can get smaller busts as well, which are a lot more economical, obviously a lot smaller as well. But yeah, maybe think of picking a larger scale figure up and having a go. Yes, they are terrifying, but unless you keep having a go, you won't improve, and you'll always shy away from them. So guys, thanks a lot. You crack on with your projects, and we'll see each other soon on another video. Cheers.